core training routine uses the Nekdoodle for the exercises, but you can also use any handheld buoyancy to help you along. The first exercise, a push and pull with toe slides. The upper body needs to be capable to push and pull. Using the Nekdoodle against the resistance of the water helps to build upper body and core strength. Adding in a toe slide integrates the lower body and adding additional core training benefits. You'll notice how all three planes are included as the pushing and pulling action goes forward, opposite side front corner, and same side front corner. The foot follows along after the hand reaching in the opposite direction, going behind, opposite side back corner, and same side back corner. Let's see it on the other side. Pushing against the water, relaxing at the shoulder, and using that whole forearm to press the Nekdoodle to the front. Add the toe slide, same foot behind the body. If you like to add a little bit more balance, you can take that toe right off the ground. The hand moves first across the body. After a few reps, the foot joins along and reaches to the opposite corner behind. Keep that foot moving behind the body while you change the arm. So we're changing one thing at a time. But the foot joins here, moving that opposite diagonal pattern, reaching across to that back corner. Next up is a thoracic spine stretch. This exercise uses a combination of rotation and lateral flexion to help improve posture and reduce neck and back pain. One hand on the Nekdoodle for the rotational reach. The opposite hand is creating a side bending by reaching towards the pool bottom on the same side, and it can also reach overhead to the opposite side. For the entire time, that one hand remains resting on the equipment as it rotates across the body at the surface. Let's try it on the other side. Feet positioned in a lunge stance, but this can be changed up for variation. Begin with that rotational reach at the surface. Add in the side bending with the opposite hand reaching towards the pool floor. This really creates movement into that upper back to help with posture and reducing neck and back pain. Now, as the hand continues to rotate, take the opposite hand and reach it over top, across the body to the opposite side. This allows bending of the upper back in the opposite direction. Next up is one of my favorite pool exercises. I call it a bow and arrow. Reaching around the corner, emphasis can be placed on the water, forward to target the abdominals, or pulling back for back strengthening. Mix it up by changing the height of reach or speed of movement. Use of the Nekdoodle adds a stretch resistance point that helps to enhance the benefits of doing this exercise. Next up, squat and reach. Keeping that Nekdoodle pressed below the water, we're going to do small movement in 6 directions, beginning with front to back. Next up, side to side. You want to keep this in a nice and small controlled range of motion. After that, we want to add a little bit of rotation coming around the body. You can increase intensity using changes to speed or even changes to foot positioning. Let's try these same moves with the feet narrow for a bigger balance challenge. Start with that front to back. Let the hips move away from the arms. Side to side. You'll find this a little trickier this time. And the final move around the corner, going right and left. For an added core challenge, change the body into a plank position. Be mindful if anybody has any shoulder considerations. We want to keep this range small and pain-free. Feet wide help to alter the body positioning for a better base of support. Your movement will probably be a little bit smaller here in all 6 directions. After that squat and reach, we're going to come back up to another push and pull variation. Using the Nekdoodle for resistance in the first round, coupled with use of the equipment for a point of stretch resistance in the second. This combination takes stress off the hands from gripping of the equipment while serving the purpose of increasing the benefits of the exercise. This exercise takes advantage of movement in all 6 directions. Here we're working against the resistance, going side to side, focusing the pull on one direction. Next up, we're going to hold that positioning of the Nekdoodle out to the side while doing an around the corner reach with the free hand. The third variation in this routine takes the noodle around the corner and then presses it down to the floor. So it's a turn and a press. After the turn and press exercise, we're going to keep that Nekdoodle up at the surface, positioning it behind the body just out to the side. That free hand now moves in a front to back. So let's go through that one more time on the other side of the body. Start with the push and pull to the front, really working that water. So here we're using the Nekdoodle for resistance. Then we hold the equipment in place in front of the body, doing a side-to-side pendulum swing. You can notice how the hips are moving away from the reaching hand. Now hopefully you remember what side you worked in round 1. We're doing the side-to-side against the resistance pull. This time, the emphasis is in the opposite direction. After the resistance piece, hold the Nekdoodle out to the side and a transverse plane rotational reach up to the surface, down to the pool bottom, rotating the body around the corner. Final resistance, turn and press. Now there's lots of ways you can mix this up. You can hold the Nekdoodle in front as you do the swing front to back, or sticking with the pattern that we've gone through here in this demonstration, we can keep the arm out to the side as that arm swings front to back. Last exercise, glide, tuck, and roll. Another one of my favorites. As you glide, lean into the equipment. Feel the stretch down the side of the body closest to the pool bottom. You can add some running in between, so it's a run, glide, tuck, and roll. You can really cover some distance in your pool with the run. Make sure you do both sides of the body. With the glide, really extend the body out. Let the feet float up to the surface, tuck, and come back to standing position. There you have it, Nekdoodle core training with push and pull, thoracic spine reaches, bow and arrow, squat and reach, and glide, tuck, and roll.